All right, so I just want to go back to your trajectory a little bit because at some point in your career, you said you owned your own company. I know you worked at Guaranteed Rate for a while, but you
Mhm.
became like a mega producer. And at what point did you would you say that your business really transformed? When did you start adopting a lot of the principles in your business that you now teach other people to do in their businesses through Go Coaching?
I think I've been doing a lot of reflection in this stage of my career right now because I've completely given my life now to Go Coaching. I've left millions of dollars on the table by giving my book of business to one of my other LOs, giving up my entire branch, giving up my executive compensation, right? And being super agnostic right now, Tony. I'm a man of faith, right? I mean, I'm not by any means like a fallible man, a man that doesn't have any mistakes, but I lean on God, and I say, what do you want me to do? And I believe you have to go all in. And I feel I'm on a mortgage mission from God, right, to do this. So I'm all in. And so I'm able to see, Tony, across the country. I coach some of the best credit union guys, IMB guys, state charter, felly charter, broker. I see them all almost every state. It's pretty cool. And they know now I'm super objective. I'm not tied to any company. It's a really amazing position to be in, right? And so what I find is, first of all, everybody wants to climb this mortgage mastery ladder, but we got to first stop and think, is your ladder on the right wall? So throughout my career, my 20 plus years, I've had different needs. So at the beginning, like that broker shop I was at when I first got in the business was perfect. It was intimate, right? Like it was like the right environment I need to be in. Then after a while, I'm like, I think I can own my own brokerage. I did that. That was a crazy run for 6, 7 years. I didn't feel like that was where I was happy. Then I joined a fairly chartered bank. I was like, oh my gosh, the bureaucracy, this is not for me. But my best friend works there, he kills it. Where I'm going with this is you have to first look at, are you at the right company that's important for you? Like I always crack up, like I yell at these brokers, like I'm a pretty outspoken guy, but people can feel I come from a good place, right? I make fun of like people because that's my way of having fun with people. I'm like, these brokers are best. I'm like, dude, 90% of you knuckleheads have the best rates when you're closing 2 loans a month. Broker's the
Right.
best. Right? But like I say it kind of tongue in cheek, but it's like they get it, right? So it's like if that's what you want, 2 to 3 loans a month, fine. That's where you go. No one's going to bother you. You're going to put a lot of time doing the loan, but don't complain that you're not doing more business, right? If you want to really kill it and do 20, 30, 40 loans a month, I just don't see it with brokers. I see it with retail, right? So you have to first understand, what do I want in my career? What company will support me because they're doing that for the other people? When I want to do 100 million, I'm in Chicago, right? I'm doing tons of condo. Guarantee Rate is in my backyard. I have my friends, but I'm like, shoot, man, if I can't beat them, I'll join them. I'll go there. After a while, I had different needs. I'm like, that's not the right place for me now. So I got to go to the next place. So, first of all, you have to be very smart in where you need to be with your company. Okay. Like that's important. Your ladder has to be on the right wall. Secondly, is going to be your community. Dude, I just got off a call with a young man. I'll never mention his name. He started crying with me on the Zoom. He's like, I feel like I'm on an island. I feel broken, right? And I said, dude, you're not. You need. Are you like? You need to join a community, man. Like, when was the last event you went to? He goes, it's been years. I go, well, do you have like friends in the business that you guys have a standing call with every month? He goes, no. I go, are you in Go Coaching? He goes, no. I go, dude, you can't run at your home. The pandemic crushed people. You can't be in your basement, dude. Like, get around winners. Right? Three is, dude. I say this all the time. Is coaching. I don't care. This is not me plugging this. People are paying massive dumb taxes, arrogance taxes, isolation taxes, ignorance taxes. Like, why? Like, go be around other people. Pay for it. No one washes a rental car. Make the investment in yourself. Go out there and be around studs that will give you information. Be on a coaching call with other people that are upward minded, right? That will challenge you. You have to have those three things right now because it's a very difficult environment that we're in. You cannot, it's the old days are gone. Tony, I'll leave you with this to your question. I don't know. I think I answered it, but I'm sorry if I digress. So how I hit $100 million a year in production pre-pandemic is because I sat next to Scott Schneiderman, Ben Cohen, Stan Sharp, Matt Tierney. Shout out to these guys. I was on the floor. I'm like, thought I was the man. I was doing 4 million a month. These guys are putting up 10 million, 12 million, 20 million. They're sitting 20 feet away from me. And I said, if they can do it, I can do it. You understand? Just the osmosis of being around them, being around winners was a shortcut for me.
Well, and that's what joining a community does too, right? When you can join a community of like-minded people who are accomplishing the goals that you want to accomplish, whether that's, paying through it and joining a coaching, or whether that's going to a mastermind group. I mean, you and I first met in person at a mastermind group that we both go to with Renee. And, but we all have to invest. I mean, here's two very successful guys writing, big checks to be able to go hang out with other similar minded folks. Everybody needs to do this at every stage of your career, in my opinion. And if you have the great luxury of being in a branch, in a location where that's happening, that's all the better. Great, you can get it from them. But as you grow and as you want to get to the next level, you have to seek out people that are at that level. And I love that you use that analogy with the guys at Rate at the time, because it was a perfect fit. You're in Chicago, they're doing the big numbers. And look, next thing you know, you're up there doing big numbers. But I hear a lot of people say, like, man, I need to go find that environment. Well, you don't need to find that environment. You can bring that environment to you.
Yes.
And you can do that through coaching. You can do that through joining a mastermind. You can do that from creating your own mastermind. Go to an event, meet 4, 5, 6 like-minded guys, and agree to get on a phone call every Friday morning and hold each other accountable. You can do that for free. There's lots of things that you can do, but the community aspect of it is huge. And when I first learned about Go Coaching, that's what I really thought was special about what you guys have created there, Amir, is the community within Go Coaching and the ability to access that community.